Welcome, everybody, to today's live stream. How are you doing? How is everybody doing today? I know some people might be a little bit hyped, but I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Hope you guys enjoy a little bit of change in the scenery right here. How do you guys like my new castle? How do you guys like it? needed to clean out the house, make sure the home is looking fresh and nice. So we got an upgrade. Look at that. Got me a throne at the back right over there. Got me a nice little table down here, a war table. Okay. What's going on, Olexi? You make us crazy, dude. I hope the hype is gonna be worth your weight. What's going on, Captain Kane? Captain Kane is one of the chosen ones tonight to bring up his account for us to have, to do a account review on. I'm gonna let everybody settle down. I hope you guys noticed that there was no issues with connectivity and with the speed or anything like that. I was able to find out the issue, what it was. I thought it was something to do with my PC not being able to handle the. Let me bring the chat over here. I thought it was going to be something related to not being able to do, or my computer not handling the game once I launched BlueStacks. But that actually wasn't the issue. The issue was I set my OBS to a bits rate per second too high. So whenever I launched a new screen or something was loading in the computer, then it would just tank. So I had to close basically anything that was overloading in some way the system. But I changed all the settings and everything is running smooth. I hope it's running smoothly for you guys, but at least in my little settings here, it's showing that everything is running perfectly. You guys give me the feedback though. Okay. Let's bring this window down. Let everybody settle in before we get going. I know you guys are waiting for the big surprise, and I'm counting it's gonna be something big. You guys are gonna enjoy it, and it's for you guys. So obviously, I'm not gonna be showing, in the very first thing. We're gonna bring in Captain Kane in just a little bit for. It is Captain Kane. It is. This is my new home. I've taken possession of Minas Tirith. Yes, sir. What's up, Nathan? How you doing, Surtur? Good to have you back. Just a Ghost. What's up, Ghost? How you doing? Ivy, how you doing, my man? Surtur, I'm sorry, man. You're gonna have to wait a little bit. Making everybody wait for the hype. What's up, Two Steps? How you doing? So we have 3 accounts to review today. The last one, actually, I'm a little bit hesitant to do. So we got Captain Ivy. He's gonna be coming on first in just a little bit. Then I might review right after Captain Kane. And then if Hands of Clay is ready by then, I'm going to bring him on as the second one. If not, then I might be doing one of my main accounts. I'm a little bit hesitant to do it, like I said earlier, just because it's an account that I haven't logged in since 2.0. So in theory, I'm going to find out together. If you don't log in before 2.0 was implemented a month ago or so, technically I should still have my 30 days to mess around with my gear, do the conversion, the vouchers and everything. So I might do this today with you guys. And then last, either going to be in this order, it's going to be me second on my account, or it's going to be Hands of Clay second, and I'll do the last one on my account. It's going to be interesting. Yes, Berserk, I should still have it. I'm just hoping that, they don't do a shadow nerf to everybody and I, lost it. My hope is that I still have it. I'm going to find out together in a little bit. And I'm going to let you guys I'm gonna go to the voice channel, to the public voice channel for this when I come on with my account, and I'm gonna let you guys review my account. I'll review Captain Kane. Have you guys also kind of do that together, but then I'll let you guys review my account. But before we bring Captain Kane, let's see what we have. We have a live stream, a podcast on Friday. It's probably going to be related to Commander tier list. We're going to do it a little bit differently, but it's probably going to be Commander tier list. And over the weekend, I'm not really streaming over the weekend anymore. Gotta get some rest. But Marvin, our editor, will be chopping up yesterday's live stream and this live stream, and I'll be then posting on the channel for all of you guys that might not want to stick to the whole thing, or might want to watch the the ending or the reveal but not watch the whole live. Okay. And I'm also on the subject of yesterday. Remember towards the end where I've replaced some of the purples higher up in between the gold. In the first tier list that we were doing, we were keeping them separate. So I'm actually reshooting the earlier tier lists from yesterday's live to allocate those pieces of gear better than having them completely separate. Because like we're talking about yesterday, the battle axe, it's definitely higher up considering how close it is in stats to some of the gold gear, and how easy it will actually be to fully refine and strengthen a battle axe compared to its equivalent but being a gold piece of weapon. Okay, so it's gonna working on that for you guys. But do exactly what Surtur said. Okay, we got 35 people watching and 13 likes. Hit that like button. That's 1-to-1 ratio this like, so YouTube will push this video to as many people as possible. Can I be honest with you guys? Give me your guys' feedback. I'm gonna post a poll here really quick, because this is how I've been feeling recently, the last week or two. Are you feeling that the community is quiet? What I mean by quiet is I haven't seen a whole lot of conversation, about the game. I'm in like 15, 20 different Discords, and most of them are pretty empty. You will see, 15, 20 messages a day on certain Discords. So that's what I mean by this question. Are you feeling that the community is quiet? Start the poll. We got 40 people here watching and only 15 likes. God, come on, guys. We can do a little bit better than that, can't we? And I'm kind of worried. When I looked, when I spent quite a bit of time on Discord, and seeing how quiet the community is feeling like, it's not a good sign. And I'm doing all that I can to ignite the passion for the game, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, 2.0, it still has been fun for me, okay? Not like 1.0 used to be, but I'm still finding the game to be fun. Theory crafting has been fun. Doing lives with you guys about these things has been quite fun. So, and the thing that I'm going to show to you guys in probably in 30 minutes. So if you guys are not going to stay until after the review, at least stay for another 30 minutes, because that's probably how much time Captain Kane's account should take to review. And then I'll do the reveal. And whatever I'm going to reveal to you guys here in just a bit is an attempt to bring, to offer something to the community that's going to make you guys enjoy the game more. Okay. All right. So let me hop on to, let's see here. So Arsenal is a surprise, a graphical update or something else. No, it's not the graphical update. It's nothing to do with the actual things that the devs are doing. Something that I've been doing with 2/3 players in the game. Actually, 2 players and a third guy. And I'll give you guys all the info in just a little bit. Okay. It's something that we've been working together on for you guys. Nothing to do with the game itself. But I'm going to have a disclaimer before showing it to you guys, and you understand why when you see what it is. Okay. So let me hop on here really quick to the Captain Kane. I'm going to invite you to the guest voice chat that I just created for this. Okay. So Where are you? Captain Kane. If I sneeze or anything like that, I apologize. I'm still quite sick, so I'm trying to recover. But what's going on, Captain Kane? Let's see. Oh, nice to hear your voice. How you doing? I'm doing better now, but I'm doing pretty well.
Hello.
Where are you from, by the way? Ooh,
Good evening.
nice.
I'm fine. And you?
I intend on doing a road trip through Belgium sometime next year.
Belgium. Yeah.
Yes, I will definitely do that. Love it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if you
Sweet.
come to Belgium,
Let's see. Let me just
get
put
a
up the
drink.
volume. Oh no, actually, I want this here. Let's put up the volume on the
That's
desktop so people can
that's
hear the
mandatory here.
conversation a little bit better. All right, cool. All right. So you want to share your screen, and then walk us through your account, and then we'll go over it. See if there's any suggestions. I mean, I played with you guys with my alts 2 seasons ago, I think, in gold. So I remember some of your kind of remember some of your commanders. So excited to see what you got now. So just let me know.
Yeah. 2 seasons ago. Yeah, probably.
True. You guys are in back end. When you guys, any idea when you guys will register for a new season?
I'm in back end right now, so.
All right. Let me just make this screen just a little bit.
The next
smaller.
Tactics Evolved RP, probably. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, show me. Actually, first, let me first.
Just don't know.
Yeah, I got you on the screen up here. Let me just make sure we can see.
What do you want to review first? Like items first or commanders first?
To work out. Here we go. Just make sure that we can see you okay. Get your entire screen here cropped so people can see the entire screen that you have. All right. I see 777's layer right there. Shoot. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna show us who your main commanders are, who you're gonna be running, because that way we can kind of then discuss, possible builds and stuff. All right, so let's do that. There we go.
All right.
All right, cool. Ooh, Zenith 1 Black Serpent. Sure. You like playing with him?
All right. Yes. Yeah, that's kind of my man. I do. And Ezra Core as well. I have him at 11. Yeah. So I would in a formation.
Okay. Repeat that again so I can keep that in mind.
My main formation.
Azure Core, Sunin, Black Serpent, and who else?
Azru, Sauron.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm running. Yeah, that's what I'm running on mine as well. But you got your Azure a legendary. That's nice. Nice. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Sauron at 10 as well, and Sinant at 10. Yeah, don't mind the items, they're just not refined or strengthened at all. I'm just trying to
cut up something right here.
Find combinations with
okay, so perfect. So that's your first formation. What else are you going to be running? What's going to be your second formation?
My second would be Skull Helm, Lurts, Undying.
Do you have a third one, a third formation? Oh, did you say Kirun? Okay, interesting. What makes you this? What have made you decide to run Kirun?
Kirun, yeah.
Okay. So Undying.
Oh, I don't know. I just needed a fourth one to fill up the formation. Now, might be something different. I'm actually thinking of maybe putting Khaldun there. He's not the best in this season, but
Uh-huh.
yesterday I took another look at him and figured that initiative will be a thing, right? So when you max the Easterling, you apply a -7 initiative
Plus
to the
6.
enemy.
Okay.
And when you
So you're gonna be using him mostly for in a way as
you
a
get
support then.
another 6 plus 6.
Okay.
So that's a difference
That's
of
an interesting. That's
13.
an interesting idea. Have you considered running Shadow
Yeah,
in that
probably.
in that formation as the fourth commander?
Maybe.
So the nice thing about running Undying and Shadow in the same formation, first you got the evasion from Undying and some damage. So his R5, any healing right now is just so trash that I personally wouldn't even consider the healing. Maybe for PVE, early PVE if you want to, but then the damage from Undying and the evasion is a good plus. Then you can shred White Council with Shadow with the multi-instance attacks that he does, or the multi-formation attacks that he does. And so those two will kind of give you some evasion, give you some, kind of clean out the White Council. And you got Skullhelm and then Lurts just pumping out, as much damage as possible. So I like this idea. What were you gonna say? Yep.
Yeah, that might.
I looked at Kirun's
Oh,
kit.
that might be a better option than putting.
Give me a second here. Let me check here. I'm gonna say
I
have a 12 to 13 second delay on Captain's voice. Let me check here really quick. We didn't have this before, so let me see why is it that this is happening now. Because your voice is coming out through the desktop. Let me just check here really quick. Guys, give me a second. I'm gonna mute my mic for just a second here.
Okay. I don't know if it's me or something. Discord. Yeah, I muted the stream, so because I heard you 2 times, and yeah, that was kind of annoying. No, before we started. No biggie.
All right, guys, let me know. Does this solve the issue? I want to say something really quick, Captain, for us to see if everything has picked up.
Mm.
All right, let's try this again. I mean, nothing has changed on my settings, so it doesn't make sense for the audio to be off. Let's find out really quick. Delay. All right, let's see if this is gonna go. It shouldn't be. This shouldn't really be happening because, well, if I mute myself on Discord, actually. All right, maybe this was it. I mean, let's try this really quick. Shouldn't be this either. Actually, it might be. All right, maybe it. Oh, maybe it's this. Give me a second. All right, Captain, go ahead. What were you saying about Kieran? Let's go back. See, I can hear everything on my live stream here. What were you saying about Kieran?
Mm-hmm. About Kieran, not much, I think. I think he's a tank. Uh, yeah, tank. Mm, and a commander. Yeah, command. Like where you stack command on, but not worth using, I guess, right now in this meta. Yeah, like I said, my first would be these four: Black Serpent, Azure, Sauron, and Sonnet. And for my second, I guess Skullhelm, Lurtz, Undying, and Shadow, which should give a good
All right,
ratio
that looks good.
between
Okay,
physical
can you show
damage
me?
and focus
All right, show me your
damage.
gear then.
Um, on Black Serpent, I have Gigantic Hammer. Um, but everything is not strengthened and refined. It's just base stats. Then I have Massive Breastplate, Warhelm, and Airborne Sprite. Like, I think for Black Serpent, it's better to stack command than anything else. And I mean, Black Serpent is one of the better tanks in the game, and to put in more defense and unit bonuses is, I think, a benefit for him. Like unit defense is good from the gigantic hammer. Same here. Unit attack and defense. Commander attack and defense doesn't matter that much, in my opinion. Same with the Warhelm. Attack plus 14, defense plus 4.
All right. Okay.
And,
I like that.
The Airborne Sprite plus 60 command and plus 4 defense. Now, Azru will be the one dealing the damage. Unfortunately, I don't have a gigantic hammer with Lore of the Arcane, but I think the Black Mace is a good second. Well, gigantic hammer is best in slot, but like the Black Mace would be, I think, second, in my opinion, because it gives plus 110 command.
Command
and
and
another
attack.
4 attack on your units. Like for Azru, it's important to stack command and unit attack. Yeah. For chest, Ranger Shroud, plus 15 attack. Unit defense plus 3. Hunter's Guide plus 16. Attack,
Will you be able
defense plus
to?
2.
Will you be able to strengthen and refine all the important pieces of gear for Azru Core?
Plus 6 attack and 35 command. Probably, yeah. The Black Mace, I don't think I will. I can refine it like 5 stars, but I think 1 or 2 stars refinements and strengthen it all the way. And the rest.
And what do you think? And what do you? So are you using Azure Core because you saw all the stuff that he did, those like reports that we saw him doing like 200,000 damage? Do you think he would? How good do you think he will be outside of TE? Because Azure Core is one of my main as well. And so.
Mm-hmm. I think he won't be.
Okay.
Probably, I don't know. I haven't tested it against damage dealing commanders yet, but last season I took a season off, and then everything changed from 1.0 to 2.0. So I haven't had any battle experience on the field, but my guess is that if you put like these 4 commanders together, because
Let's do this
they have
before we
fairly
pick
good
it up.
synergy.
We're kind of slowing
But
things down just because
I'll
there seems
maybe
to be an
I
issue with
should
the
talk
audio. It's
about
still behind. So let
that
me do this. Stay
first,
on here
and
really
then
quick. I'm just gonna close OBS really quick. It might be something
give
to
my
do with the
opinion.
settings here that I changed previously. So give me just 5 or 10 seconds. I'm gonna close OBS really quick and then come back on. Give me a second here.
Okay.
It makes no sense. This crazy delay. Nothing was changed. Why is it? Why is it delaying? Audio, everything is good. Replay buffer. There shouldn't be a replay buffer. Nope. Recording. Nope, not recording. So I'm streaming. Multipass mode. Profile main. Should be fine. So let's see. All right, guys. Tell me. Can you guys tell me if the audio is still lagging? Say, go ahead. Go ahead. Talk about your Azure Core again. I mean, it shouldn't have this issue. This, we haven't changed anything in relation to the stream settings. So, go ahead, Captain.
All right. Well, the synergy I have in mind with Azure Core is that, well, Azure Core is your main output of damage, and next to that you put Sunnit with Great Beasts. Great Beasts boosts archers, the Morgul Arps. Sunnit, her skills boost as well the archers in your army. Then next to Sunnit we have Black Serpent. Black Serpent boosts his R5, I believe.
His R0. His bottom R0, right?
Bottom R0, yeah, Horn of Harad.
Plus 40 of attack. Plus 40 of attack. I mean, 43 of attack. I mean, if it's Evil Man, but 40 of attack, and extends to 5 level round 5. So that means it diminishes less every round instead of the original 4. Yep.
Right. But then I was thinking his R5 gives defense to allied beast formations. +2 and +2 attack for
I mean, it feels so low. That skill right there, giving 5 of attack and in defense, it's nothing.
Not true.
True. I guess it's useful for you to make Muma kill, I guess, a little bit more tanky and get the level 5. But honestly, his R5 seems so weird with the new game that I run his R0 to bottom R0 and either his R3 for the tankiness for the Evil Man for Haradrim, or I run Fire Dancer just from some extra some extra damage, because for the formation that I have, which is almost exactly what you have, I'm really just trying to make my archers just do as much damage as possible.
Right. Well, since I have the unique on Azru.
Ooh, nice. Can you show us that? That is nice. You got the unique on Azure Core.
Yeah. So when your army includes Corsairs, one enemy formation gets +2.5% burn damage.
Okay. So in this case, I'm assuming that your army means Azure Core's army has to have Corsairs, right?
No, your army.
In general, any of the 4 formations.
Yes.
That is nice right there. Ooh.
So I was guessing either Black Serpent with Corsairs or Sauron, but I guess Sauron is better with Foul Beast and getting be able the first to initiate in battles, so he can get his R5.
That is a nice unique to have. Azure Core's unique is interesting. So it's gonna be nice. I mean, I've been playing on my account. I've been playing Azure Core, my whole formation with 1.0 gear without being strengthening and refined, just because I wasn't sure exactly who was gonna run. Been getting some really nice results with just the lowest level of gear that I can find. But with his unique and the right gear, even outside of TE, I can see Azure Core pumping out not a decent amount of damage.
I mean, if you can fully refine
Uh huh.
it, it's wait,
It's an extra 15.
an extra 15, I guess. Um, where did I send this?
It's crazy. Once you once you have that, you can't see the.
Oh no, 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 I know, no, no,
Go to the item list.
wait.
Maybe if you go to the items and not the
Wait,
commander.
no,
Oh, there you go. Maybe
it's
that.
here, it's here.
Yep, there you go. I think it's plus 15 of
Yeah,
burn
15.
damage. Yep.
15.
Somebody said BS with
Um,
Corsair, Sunan with Great Beast, Saruman Fell Beast, and Azir with Morgul. Yeah, that's a nice formation right there. TE team. Tactics Evolved. Be interesting. I want to see how he performs outside because I still think he will put out 120,000 damage, above 100k of troop damage, even outside of Tactics Evolved. I feel that
mhm.
he will still
Yeah, that's
he'll
definitely
still do
possible, I
it.
think. Yeah, that's
So
possible.
for being a T2, a epic commander, it's a very high
Hmm.
output formation, damage output for Azure Core. I like it.
Yeah, I think right now people are like, oh, that's all run physical and focus uh, commanders that deal damage,
Mm-hmm.
but don't experiment with or not enough with uh, commanders
Mm-hmm.
or unit commanders. Mm.
Cool.
And I guess these are like underrated
Yeah.
for the moment.
Yeah. Interesting
Mm.
to see Azure Core, how the meta is gonna adjust and become in a few months' time. All right, I
Mhm.
like that. I like what you're doing. Now I see you got the gear set for Lord of the Arcane. That's an interesting. I know why you're doing it because just you want to stack extra burn damage on Azure
Right.
Core, which is nice. If you think about his unique, with 15 extra burn damage, extra 10 burn damage from the gear set, and his top R0.
Japan Zero is
Or sorry,
24.
yeah. Top R0 with an extra,
Well,
so extra 12, but look at the level 10, deals 30% burn damage, continuous once to the target. So it's an extra burn damage that you get, from the Raider skill. That's a lot of burn. He's gonna become the new Witch King with all that crazy burn damage.
I think it's possible.
Yep,
I think it's quite possible.
I
Yeah.
like it. I like this. I like what you're doing. That's nice.
Mm.
All right, cool. So now go back to Black Serpent really quick.
All right.
I see that you're stacking a lot of, like some of the best in slot commander, troop damage, troop gear on Black Serpent. What are
Mm-hmm.
you expecting him to do? Are you trying to get them to pump out damage, or are you just trying to make the units tanky? What's your idea there? Because his bottom R0 is gonna give 40 attack to all your units, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
you can go top R0 for the burn damage on him, and then making last I would do is then make your units a little bit tanky. But because you're not going to be running a whole lot of evil man if you're running him with Sunan Azure Core and Sauron, you might run one, maybe two. You got to run Corsair now, so
Yeah.
maybe Black Strip is gonna run Corsair, and then you can
Most
run
likely. Yeah.
something else on Sauron. I just feel like, what are you? What would it be better to put all that great commander damage gear on somebody that needs that, or what are your thoughts there? Why do you have such good gear on Black Serpent when he's becoming more of a support in a way, for your
Mm-hmm.
for wouldn't it, if you're trying to pump out a little bit of damage, wouldn't it nice to get your focus up so that your fire damage is a little bit higher than kind of just basic? It's a
Mm,
question. Just a question I'm raising for
yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm. Uh, I think but it kind of depends on whether Corsairs, whether Corsairs are good now or still bad.
Mm-hmm.
I know Umbra thinks they are still bad. Uh, uh, I mean, I use this gear just to max out the
Command.
command stats.
Okay.
Yeah, and not really on. I'm not really looking for unit attack and such, but more like I need as much command that I can get, and then either the Corsairs will do a lot of damage or not. I don't know the stats from Corsairs right out of my head, but
But think about this, because think about this. You're gonna be running Great Beasts on Sunan, aren't you?
yeah.
So she's gonna be the real tank, because Great Beasts, at least from other units, correct? They will
Hmm.
target the attacks on them. So wouldn't you want your Great Beast to be the tankiest possible instead of the Corsair? Because I feel like the Corsairs, until the Great Beasts are dead, they're gonna be surviving quite a bit. So something to consider is wouldn't it be good to try some extra focus and extra elemental damage on that unit, because if Great Beasts are going to be protecting the rest of the formation, then you really want to pump out as much damage as possible with the other units. So that's something that I would consider, because
True.
because that's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking in one of my accounts I have Azure Core R10. I might save enough vouchers to get him to legendary so I can get his unique. And so
Hmm.
I would just try to pump out full elemental damage on as many commanders that I can. And considering that Black Serpent has a top R0 being fire damage, I would consider giving him Lord the Arcane if I could, and then as much focus as possible, because for the way that you're building your formation is kind of what I'm doing, and I wouldn't even care at this point if Sunan gets the Great Beast kind of decimated, because that's the purpose of her in the build, is to tank
Hmm.
and also then proc the poison damage from the R3. But then I would make my other three units just pump out as much damage as I could. So I would build my Black Serpent to have Lord of the Arcane and as much focus as I could without you know losing on my other formations gear, to see what that would look like. That's what I would test with. I would, just like you're doing, no strengthening, no refining, Lord of the Arcane with the best in slot, focus weapons, and just see how much focus, how much burn damage, and him and the Corsairs will pump out because of the way you're pushing the gear. That's something I would definitely test, and probably as we're talking here, it's probably what I'm going to be testing one of my accounts.
All right. Yeah, that's something to keep in mind.
Hmm.
Um,
What gear do you have on your
yeah.
Sunin? How are you gonna make her as tanky as possible? What are your thoughts?
Um, to have command, to stack command, and to have unit defense, and to have focus.
Okay.
Those three, I guess.
What's the gear say you're trying to go for her?
Um, but I have the Reckoning for her weapon.
Okay, that's
Uh,
interesting. I actually like the
if
evasion of action idea because of
well,
the gray beasts. Because
exactly. That's
he's gonna be hit so hard, for the first few rounds until he dies. That
right.
saving as much HP as you can on those first rounds
Well,
sounds
those
like a
first
great idea.
rounds, those first rounds, the Horn of Harad gives plus 40. So I need to do as much damage in those first few rounds, and so having like minus 20% damage
Mm-hmm.
on those great beasts, I think is the way to go. Plus, adding unit defense, having a high focus, yeah, and having command as high as possible.
I
No
like
problem.
that. I mean, that's an interesting idea. You know, actually minus 20% from the evasion action, evasive action, while pumping out as much damage as you can is an interesting play there. Okay, are you looking to put those 4 pieces on her exactly? The
Oh no,
reckoning,
no, no.
Numenor helm, and the rest of the stuff.
I just try to put pieces together to have the effect, and try to, yeah, try to fit in works as best with the effect that I got.
How long have you
But
guys
yeah,
been in Bag End for now?
me, uh, oh my team, not so long as my team, I guess 5 days, 6 days,
Oh, Gold has only been in Bag End for 5, 6 days.
I guess,
Oh, I get. Oh, I
maybe.
thought you guys were there for longer. I thought your season ended
Time,
quite a bit ago. Okay.
time flies.
What do you? So when you do you guys have a an idea when you guys will go into season so you can test all of this?
Uh, I think, yeah, like Omra says, like 7 8 days. When we go in,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think a new campaign opens in, like, I hope a few days. Like, I heard the next TE will be the 15th, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Um, could be like after Christmas. I don't know.
Oh wow. That you guys? No way. Really?
It depends. It
Okay.
depends when the when NetEase wants to open up a new Tactics Evolved campaign.
Oh, that's the one you guys are going into. Smart. That's smart.
I mean, yeah, because of the dispersion skill
You guys want to
of
test that?
the
Got it. Got it.
yeah.
All right. Good.
So
I'm trying while we're talking. I'm kind of setting up my Lord of the Arcane gear on my Black Serpent to try what we've been discussing right now. So I don't have Fine Smoking Pipe doesn't have it. Oh no way. Okay, setting out of the barrels it is with Lord of the Arcane. Okay.
but you see that's why I try. I don't have a lot of Lore. Oh, I'm sick as well. I don't have a lot of Lore of the Arcane equipment as well. So.
Yep. And that's the trick here. You know, it's you kind of do what you can with what you can, right? It's still a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're like, oh no way, please let me do let me do something. Here we go. I
I
should.
know.
Uh, let's see
Like I
here.
have like 6 gigantic hammers. Where are they? 6, 10, 11. 11 gigantic hammers, and none of it has Lore of the Arcane.
Oh. Be kind of nice if they did something where you can, pay some kind of gems every season, and re-roll the gear set for a specific weapon that you want to. That'd be kind of cool, right?
But yeah, I mean, it's either re-roll or just if you re-roll, you still have a chance to not getting what you want.
I know. But if they're charging, like 100 gems, and you can do that, one like 5 times every season. You know what I mean? It's something that you
Mm-hmm.
say, okay, I'll save 500 gems from, and even free to play players can do this. I'll save 500 gems from all the bonus that they give during the season, and I'll re-roll this. I'll try to re-roll these pieces of gear to see if I can get the gear sets that I want. That'll be a nice little addition to the game. I think it'd be cool.
That will be interesting. Yeah, yeah. And I think that will be appreciated by a lot of players, especially now that the gear change has happened recently.
Yes, sir. All right, so perfect. I mean, I think you got some pretty good builds here. So you got Black Serpent. You already talked about those three. What's your Sauron gonna be running?
Sauron will.
Are you gonna get his unique?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I have
The Mithril?
the task complete.
Okay.
No, I have the Mithril.
Okay.
But yeah, still need to occupy Dol Guldur once in a while.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, and the mobs.
So what's gonna be your build for Sauron? Let's talk
Sauron.
about that.
My thing would be initiative. Having high initiative, or as much as possible.
Yep.
And command, I guess. Command as well.
So you got the agility for the extra 10. Okay. Where is he sitting right now? What's his initiative right now? It's 32.
32.
What's the?
But I guess 32 plus 10. No.
Yep. Well, remove one of the evasion of the agility gear, and we will see if it is or not. Nope.
Wait.
What?
No, it's just 30.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so you get 30. So it's 32 plus 10 in battle. Okay, perfect. So it's 42. Yeah. Nice. Yes. Okay. So you're going? Are you using him top R0, then top R5, and then R5? That's how you're building him. Top R0 for the the deceiver for the extra damage on the units. Okay, yeah. Yep, that's exactly how I'm gonna run mine. Top R0, then R5, and then 1 into Lord of Gifts for the madness, and then Gorthar at level 5. I think I can go at level 6 with mine, I believe. Maybe level 7 for the for the pursuit on the level 5 from Gorthar, and just the extra focus damage. Perfect. That's how you want to run. Love it. The nice thing about Sauron too is that his row is so versatile that you can run him anywhere. So you can run him, on your damage dealing formation for the same thing that you're doing here. It's just such a great support build. It's awesome.
I think you can run this. I think you can run Sauron in any RP or NRP formation. Yeah, true. um,
Shoot, everyone else me. Thank you, Ombra. Dejan, are you talking about the recent? When you say the recent patches, are you talking about the graphic changes that they done today? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm just gonna get a glass of water.
Go ahead. Take a little break here, and then we'll talk about your second formation, and then it's time for the big reveal. I didn't log in for like 13 months. Whew, I imagine what your account looks like. Good or evil? What are you playing? Good or evil? Or NRP maybe. Faden, thank you. Thank you, Ombra and Faden, for letting me know. I mute from time to time. so that I can sneeze or do something that you guys don't doesn't bother you guys. Evil for life, Amonai. I used to play good from the day game got released. Okay. Yeah, my bigger accounts are both good side. Uh, but I like playing. I like playing good side because evil has become so. Like, evil players have become so smart at playing the game.
I would choose evil side over
I,
any.
I I know, and that's why I like the good side is because evil has. I do feel that evil needs a couple more damage dealing or different types of commanders because it feels like when I looked at the
Yeah,
T1s, at least when I looked at the T1s, five or
that's true.
six of them have the same skills. So it's just T1s are like copy and paste right now. And so I feel like Evil needs a little bit more diversity in the types of commanders that they have or the skills that they have.
I mean, like, if you compare, can you compare? You have to ask yourself, can you compare Bane to another evil commander that does the same thing?
No, I mean Lurtz will put out a lot of damage, especially if you have his unique. But
Hmm.
no, I don't think it's the same level. No,
Exactly.
it's rough. I mean, that's the thing. I wouldn't mind Dane being the way it is. If there was like like you go back to 1.0, right? You had Sauron that would just block any damage dealers, and that's something
Same with same
that's
with Grima.
exactly. Just like Grima, I do miss. This is one of the things that I do miss in 2.0 so far is there isn't enough variety in formations currently that we feel like you should run anything but the top eight commanders in the entire game. Now, with in
Hmm.
our syndicate, I gotta change in our Discord, but we got our syndicate group, which is the council that we have with like this at least some of the most knowledgeable players that I know currently in the game. And I saw a conversation there today about Frodo and Sam. Frodo and
Oh yeah,
Sam
yeah,
being able
yeah.
to tank really well for your formation. Now,
True.
something that we're kind of starting to talk about now. But I feel like
Hmm.
overall there isn't enough variety where people will play. Look, I got this, like this crazy healing formation. Good side kind of does that right now with Ally from Imrahil and Denethor. But in PvP, I don't know how well it's gonna really. I've seen some reports where against somewhat the same level, it was okay, but against a little bit stronger players, the healing just wasn't enough, and there wasn't enough damage being done that could really make it useful. So I still have hope. I do think the game is gonna, is getting worked on. Being in communication with their communications person, she said that they're working on, they're like working on a lot of stuff. So
Hmm.
hopefully in the next weeks or so, we're gonna get some of that information soon.
Yeah, yeah,
But Evo is
yeah.
crazy. Evo is harder to play. Dejan, thank you for subscribing, my friend. Appreciate it. I do have Evo has a harder time, but at the same time, it's when you find the builds that are working, it's just so what's the word? Rewarding.
Rewarding. Yeah.
So it's fun. Evo is fun, very very fun to play. Very hard, but very fun to play.
Hmm.
Evo,
I think
Ombra said Evo is for man.
true. True.
Uh, evil suffers just like in the stories. Poor evil side. Nobody understands Sauron, and he's actually like the Santa Claus in the story. And
Right?
everybody just think he's
What?
bad, but he just wants to have a better world. You guys don't understand him. He's just not understood. Sweet man.
What's what's a better world for the orcs?
Exactly the minority there. So I like your idea. You're gonna be running that high focus or high command and high initiative, so you can go first and either steal
Hmm.
the White Council from Gandalf's, or take a buff that's gonna go to your enemy and take it to your own formation. I love it with the R5. Reducing stats is gonna do very well. Sweet. So let's talk about your next formation really quick.
All right. Um. Well, let's start with
Well, honestly, I mean, your second formation is always also really solid. You got Skellhelm who puts out a lot of damage. You got the
Hmm.
Undying that can do both. You know, got the evasion and then a pretty decent amount of damage. And then you got Lurtz who are you thinking of ascending Lurtz?
I do actually.
Okay, cool. You should. This is one of the commanders that I mean, with the unique just becomes whew. Because I mean, if you take a look at his unique really quick. At full
Hmm.
refine, I think it's normal attacks to an extra 125% physical damage. Correct me if I'm
Uh,
wrong, but I believe it's 120, 125.
fully refined.
Yeah, there you go.
125.
Got a good memory. That's a great effect on a unique.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
It is. It is. It's crazy the amount of damage he will put by doing 100 an extra 20 25% damage. It's crazy good.
I mean, my pirate flask from Azure Core only did 12.5 extra burn damage. So
The nice thing
this
about
is
the nice thing about the burn damage is, I mean, it doesn't go through. It goes right through defense and all that stuff, right? It's just, but
that's good.
125% damage on a damage dealing commander is crazy, crazy good.
Also, you have to take in account that your commander deals the damage here and not your troops. That's why
Hmm.
stacking command is important on Azure Core.
Yep.
The
Sweet.
more you have, the more damage you do.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Now you got the best in slot gear right there. Axe of Khazad-dûm,
Yeah.
Berserker's Raiment, a Cask of Pride, and your Palantir of Orthanc. Beautiful. I mean, guys, there's nothing to say about these pieces of gear. That's the best that you want. Really, really, really good. Sweet, sweet stuff. Okay. What are you running on Scalhelm?
Go ahead.
You got the best in slot as well. Obsidian Dagger, Protection of Numenor, Great Wizard's Hat, and Fine Smoking Pipe. Sweet. Jeez. See, this is the thing. I feel like, because when you look at the gear in 2.1, 2.0, like JP, that's true. Legolas also good in the same sense. True. When I look at the gear in 2.0, it's still the same as 1.0 to me. Because remember, 1.0, when you strengthen, you increase the stats on the top part. When you refine, you increase the stats on the bottom skill, right? Now, the new
Yeah.
gear has actually three things. It's still, at the very top. I said at the bottoms, at the very top, you have commander damage or HP or command or damage or command, one of those three. In the middle, you got the regular stats, and at the bottom is just an extra skill that you have, kind of like the cherry on the top. So that's why when we talk about the gear, especially if you have more gear, if you spend a little bit in the game, focus on getting the best in slot first, and only after that you can
Right.
you think about the gear sets, trying to match the perfect gear set, because it's not gonna be
Like,
as crazy extra if you already have the best in slots than the other way around. Go ahead.
I mean, if you don't have to diverge a lot to make a set,
Hmm.
like I did with Azure Core. I mean, I don't have the gigantic hammer with Lore of the Arcane, but I think Black Mace is a good second option. So with the Black Mace, I was able to finish my set of Lore of the Arcane.
Perfect. Exactly. It's not maybe not the best in slot, but it's the top ones, which is good. Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
what we share with people. Yep. Good. All right. So
Alright.
Scalehelm,
Yeah,
you got the best in slot. Undying. What do you got on Undying again? Let's have a look really quick.
just purple gear.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what to put on this guy yet. Probably just commander damage. I
It is
guess.
because his bottom Arzir doesn't really need any kind of extra effect. So if you're gonna go for, besides the bottom Arzir, everything else is gonna be damage. You wanna, yeah, just stack commander damage on him. Good.
All right. And then Shadow, same thing. Yes.
Shadow is another commander that you know, you're not gonna go wrong by ascending him. He's just that good as well. Both T2s that we have in the game right now. Almanize Shadow. Woohoo! Yeah. Shadow is nasty.
Probably not. Oh, skill mill? Oh, probably. Right. Nope. Yes. And then
Muted again. Freak. Perfect. And then, oh, there you go. Ooh, nice. There you go. So, I'm gonna also set Easterling Helm is solid on Shadow. I mean, let me show me the full helm again really quick. Let me see how much. Is it 6 of attack? Yeah. Versus 2 on the Easterling Helm. I mean, I personally would go with the full helm because you're gonna get 6 of unit defense, whereas, you know, the 2 extra focus right now I don't think would be ideal. You want those Palantir refined for the damage stat would be better using another accessory. No, probably yes, that's true. Oh, Amir, that's true. Let me click again on your accessory. Do you have Drums of Baradur there?
Yep.
No war cry though.
Nope.
We'll go down a little because sometimes even though you have accessories that are the same, they don't always. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a choice, a decision you're gonna have to make. Because the nice thing is because you're running them in 2 separate formations, you can fully refine one Palantir, right? And then you can swap around from one formation to the other, right? 2 Steps said, bro, you're spreading gear around. Just try to focus max, 4 max, and swap gear to your second team. Yes. We're not saying here that he's gonna be putting, you know, these in individual builds only. right? We're just putting the best in gear for that commander, and then he's gonna have to make that decision in the future when he sees, okay, I can fully refine this one. Then he's gonna have to decide where he's gonna run this. But kind of like what you said, 2 steps, you're gonna have to, swap gear around, because most players are not gonna have. I mean, even people that spend a few thousand, dollars, pounds in the game, are not gonna have, enough accessories of the same one to run in 3, 4, 5 different damage dealing commanders, right? So we're just putting here the best gear for that commander right now. It looks good though.
I think one should focus on getting his first formation the best equipment, and then look at your second one and maybe just put purples there. I don't know.
The nice thing that you've done, it's kind of what I'm doing with my lower accounts. What's up, Harvey Thomas? How you doing, man? Glad you made it to the live stream today. The nice thing that you're doing is your first formation doesn't really need commander damage. You're really focusing on mostly on support, crowd control, support, and troop leaders, command troops, like Azrael Core and Black Serpent and stuff. So that way you're not gonna have to spread yourself thin on commander damage for that formation, and so your second and third you can have 2 or 3 damage dealers in between both, and swap those gears around, because you're gonna have more gear from your first formation. It's nice. It's nice. Okay, cool. You got the gear there. That's exact. If I didn't have all gold gear for my commanders, I would make sure that at least the weapon and the accessory are the best that I can get. The armor and the helm and the chest are things that you can go a little bit without, or had the lower ones, just because they're not the biggest. They are the biggest dealers here for your formation. Cool. What else you got, my friend? So you got Lurts. We've done Lurts. We've done Skellhelm. We've done Undying. Yeah, your second formation is pretty much set. Are you gonna run more than 2?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where it hurts a little, doesn't it? Because you think about this, you're running 2 formations, it's 8 commanders, but in 1.0, like I can run 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ideas of commanders to play in different roles. Now we kind of have to, think, can I have enough gear for 2 formations, 3 formations? How are you gonna run your siege? Did you keep your 1.0 gear for your siege?
I guess I did.
As a question for you guys here in the chat, right now for a full formation, what's your max at level 40? Because you're not gonna PvP with your siege commanders, right? So you can't get them higher than 40. What's the highest siege you guys have right now with the gear that you guys currently have? Let you guys answer this in the chat. What's up, Hands of Clay? Sorry, I didn't know your real name. So, Hands of Clay here. Harvey Thomas is our next player going to be bringing his account. But before that, I am going to do what I promised to do. I'm going to reveal to you guys the big surprise probably in the next 5 minutes here or so. So guys, what is your siege? What's the highest siege? I'll share my siege in just a second here. I've kept all of my siege gear, and I've been able to basically fit one full formation with almost all siege accessories for both. I can do both. I can have one squad of just evil man and one squad of just orcs. I'd use the orcs for whenever we have the war buff, and then I just use the evil man accessory for with the dunlendings for whenever we don't have war buff. So, but at least do a full, the full siege.
You did the same.
Yep, that's what I've done. I think at level 40, my siege will be like anywhere between. Let me see here really quick. Let's see. Do I have it on this? Is it on this account? Let me just check to see. I think it is. So let me pull up. So I have my siegers are Nope, not this guy. Gothmog. Let's give him. I mean, I'm just gonna put here off screen really quick, and I'll show up my screen here for you guys in just a second here. So, yeah, and I don't even have the Alchemist yet. I just have the level 1 Urukai. So give me a second. So my second Sieger is gonna be Ugthak. Right, he has the plus on the siege as well. Yes, sir. Yep, Warlord with the plus 3 of siege for Urukai and Orcs. Let me pull up here and show you guys. Where is my blue stacks? Where is... Okay, yeah, this is my blue stack. Give me a second here, and I'll show you guys. So we got our... Okay, here we go. Our third one is going to be Grishnak, I believe. He has also a siege skill, right? Warlord, yep. I think these are the only 3 that actually have siege skills. Let me see if there's... I don't think there's anyone else that has the Warlord skill. So I think the last one that I chose was... I think it was I think it was Zegrid. Yep, Zegrid was the last one. Okay. And let's put up our Sieger right here again. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to pretend I'm going to hit a tile here to show you guys what my siege would look like. Okay. So, currently, sick of that. Whew. Looking nice. Look at that. My Gothmog and my other Siegers. They're like, most of them are like level 20. 175.9 thousand in siege. So they're basically not even, they're halfway through level 50. So if I was to give them my level 50 round, they'd be close to 360, I think, in siege. 360,000 per hit. Then again, you have to remember that the T1 Urukai, they only have 20 of siege. So when I get alchemists, I get an extra 10 per command in siege. So I think I'm going to be hitting that 450,000 in siege for one formation. That is still quite good if you kept your 1.0 gear, guys. So if you still have your conversion window, or you're considering converting your Bone Talisman from siege and your Urukai shield from siege to 2.0, you might actually should consider that. Okay, not bad, huh?
I would just want to say that I would change Zegrid with Yuzra.
Does Yuzra also have the siege skill?
I think
Ooh,
so.
let's have a look. I hope she does. Then I have my 4th Sieger then. Let me look here really quick.
I mean, she used to do have a siege buff in 1.0.
Does she have the Warlord skill? No, I don't think so. She has initiative. She has... No, she doesn't.
Oh.
I don't think anybody else besides those guys have the... Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, Iomir just said it right, so... Yeah, they don't have...
removed that then.
Nope. I wish there was another one that had the Warlord skill, because I mean, you can have a full siege, group there, but then... No, those are the only 3. But I mean, still better than nothing, guys. If you kept your 1.0, you can still hit 400 to 500,000 of siege, which is very nice.
What do you think about having Hunter's Mark? Where is it? Pursuit. Yeah,
so,
Pursuit. That was the
it goes to, for me, it goes back to... I mean, so I also did the same thing for talking about Azrukora, right? Or no?
Oh no, just in general, having Pursuit on like...
So I've kept my Hunter's Mark. I kept my Hunter's Mark from 1.0 for possibly Azrukor. I think it's if you want to gamble your purple pieces of gear from 1.0, I'd be okay. I like, just like you have, I also kept that one, because if you're gonna hit a gill, I want my my troops, especially my troops, to do, to be able to hit those units to do damage, because Gale can become an issue for sure. I'm not seeing a whole lot of people running Gales anymore, at least in the reports in multiple discords, like Gores and myself and Ombras and the pirates. I haven't really seen people running Guild that much, and so my thought is keeping that piece of, if you don't have anything else to run, you have to consider to keep it or not. Basically, this is for lower spenders. This is how I would think. Am I gonna keep a piece of gear that's gonna sit there for whenever I find a Gil, for just one situation? It's like I said, if you have enough gear to spare, then yes, keep it. And you know what? Just keep it. Let me tell you why you should keep it. Let me tell you why. So
Right.
I made up my mind. Keep it for this simple reason. On my other evil account, I missed. Okay, that account has Sauron, Zenith 3, Witch King, Zenith 1, Shadow, Grish, Ugluk, Lurtz, at R10 ready to be ascended, has Black Serpent at R7. It's an okay account for sure. I forgot to convert my gear to 2.0, and I was like, oh no way, I have this account, it's gonna go to the garbage now because it's all 1.0. But the nice thing is, that's not gonna happen, because if you go to your items, I can go to any 1.0 gear here. Okay, let's see if I have any on this account still. Maybe I don't. Let's see. Oh, here. Look. See? Look at this. Look at what Azure Core is running right here. I'm running the Hunter's Mark just in case, that's because that's what I was testing with. Right? I can click here update, and I can just update that to 2.0. Right? So any gear that you didn't do the conversion, or did what you could do in with the 30 days that you had, you can still update it to 2.0. So you're not really missing out on not upgrading or updating your gear yet, because you're like, oh, maybe I might need this, I might actually run this. Whenever you feel like you're not going to use it anymore, you can just update it to 2.0. So keep it, man. See if it becomes useful for you. If you see a lot of gills, running that on, for example, Lurtz or Azure Core, for example, can be very, very useful. So I'll just keep it for now. Like I just showed on my account, I kept it. So at least for now.
Right. What about the madness house? Like Trapper's Hood, Bone Mask, what was the other one? Discord, the Warhound.
Again, because you're safe to try them out and see if they're gonna be useful or not, you can just keep them. I don't think I kept any of my Trapper's Hood or Bone Mask with madness on them. I just converted everything. I know that there are certain gear pieces that are gonna be very, very useful in 2.0, but the meta is, I feel that the meta is gonna turn into 2.0 gear in the future. So
I think so as well.
So you're not gonna go wrong by not keeping anything in from 1.0. But again, like I said, for your accessory, because they still allow you to update it, maybe keep one or two. If you have enough gear, if you're already gearing your two formations with the gear that you have for 2.0, then you don't need to be in a rush to update those. Just keep them, and then do the testing that you're thinking of doing for a whole season, and say, look, these pieces of gear are actually really good for keeping those is actually really good, especially the helms and the chests. Weapon and accessory, most of them, especially if you're damage dealers, you want to convert. You want your Axe of Khazad-dûm doing commander damage, and your Palantir and your Drums of Barad-dûr to do commander damage. But your helms and your chests, especially the purple ones, keep them in test. I'm probably, when I go into my accounts, my good side account, especially in my bigger evil account that I actually haven't logged in yet, I'm probably gonna keep a few of the 1.0s just to test and see just how much better they are comparing to the 2.0. So,
Alright.
so keep them for now. Do you how many do you have for bone mask and trapper's hood? The trapper's hood can be useful, especially for Azru core, because trapper's hood will give you Trapper's Hood will give you, let me see here, +3 of damage for your ranged unit. So if you're gonna run, if you're gonna run Mogul Arbalists, then that might be useful. Another thing, look, this is something for you to consider, Kane. Look into look at the bone mask. Do you have any bone mask with the Scorch skill?
No, I don't.
See, that would have been. I mean, look inside your classic one. That isn't it 12? Look at materials.
Well,
but that never mind. It's
12.
commander. Never mind. If it was units, that 12 plus the 15 from your unique and everything else could have been a reason to keep it. But that's commander damage. So forget about it. Yeah, that's probably the best one. Then the madness or the relief. Relief could also be useful. 42 minus, damage on your units could be very, very useful. So those are things that people would have to test. But
all right. I think someone has to do an announcement of something.
Yeah. So, all right, give me just 2 minutes here. Let me compose myself. Get some of the windows ready that I want to show you guys. I gotta get a disclaimer out before I actually show it to you guys. So let's see everybody that stayed on for now. All right, we got 40 people in the house. All right, guys, don't forget. So a couple of things. If you're new to the channel, before I take my couple minutes break, okay? Don't forget to like the video. Let's get as many likes as we can on the video. If you're new to the channel or you're not new but you haven't yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Helps me continue doing what I'm really enjoying to do, which is making content for you guys. Okay, so give me about 60 seconds. I'm just gonna mute my mic here for a second and close my cam for just about 60 seconds so I can compose myself, get the windows open, and I'll show you guys. All right, be right back.
Oh, no problem. I like it here.
You guys ready? Let's get this. All right, for all you guys that stayed in until now, it's excitement and nervousness at the same time. All right, let me just pull up this very important disclaimer that I need to show you guys for legal purposes. All right, where is it? Let's go. Here we go. All right.
Ready? All of the guys.
Give me a second. Just putting up a piece of text on the screen. I have to show you guys this beforehand. cool. We got that up. Let me see.
Imagine if it was just pictures of you doing some random stuff.
No. I mean, I'm sure people would be so happy with that. Okay, where is the text?
I check and see. Hey, I'll figure it out.
Sub hands of clay. All right, mate.
Yo, what's up?
Pigs fell at the
What's
beach.
up?
It's
What's
time. It's
up?
time, guys. I'm just popping up here the text here. Make sure that it fits.
Pictures of him sailing.
Okay, it's white.
Do I need to go?
You will.
What are you doing?
You will in a second. I'm just gonna. I gotta show these things to people really quick,
Okay.
and then.
What's up, Jax?
Hey, man.
Yeah, you doggone monster whale, you.
Oh, what'd you call me?
I called you a monster whale.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, that is the darn truth. It's crazy. Man, that's what drove me so nuts about this account, because like when this whole 2.0 thing came out, I didn't really start tweaking my gear until like later, man. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So,
That's not bad. That's not a bad idea, though.
Yeah, I know, but shoot, I wish I could have really used a doggone giant hammer, man.
Well, so what do you? How many hammers are you out of your time now, or you already?
Yeah,
you got hammers left, or what?
Nah, I'm out of my time. I don't think I have any hammers left.
Oh shit! All right.
No, it's cool though. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. We'll look at it.
I'll break
Make
it.
the best of whatever it is. You know, that's all we can do in life.
Yeah. Oh no, you gonna see. I'm welled out now, so I mean, I ain't too bad.
Where are you playing in? NRP or RP?
NRP.
Okay. With who?
With what crack? Yeah.
With who?
Crack. You know Krakens? KRAK?
Crack.
Yeah, crack.
I think I heard of those guys.
Yeah, we played together once. Where the season that I played with you, I was in Muma.
You were in Muma. When was this?
Yeah.
Was an RP, obviously.
No, this was non-role play. This was free.
Because I've never played non-role play, so you
Seriously?
couldn't have played me.
Yep.
I mean, I know
never.
I've had fans over the seasons
Oh
that
man,
have taken my name and
yeah,
taken
you
my.
got a real live clone then.
Yeah, it's true. Unfortunately, I've had several people take my name and same profile picture and same bio and whatever out there acting a fool, running amok.
Yeah, but look, it really don't matter, because there's only one true real one.
Yeah, well, that's a fact.
Yep.
All right,
we'll
cool.
See what we can do what you got, though.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm decent. And then so
Yeah.
right now, I'm talking to I'm inside the little exclusive chat. I'm trying to get my rep to go break down this doggone Reddit so I can get these doggone things back.
Yeah. I hope you get it, man.
Yeah.
I hope it works out. And whatever it is, even if you're a whale or you're a free to play or whatever, there's a lot of fun to be had playing this game. It doesn't matter what you got, really, because it's a team atmosphere, it's a team environment, it's a goal. There's a lot going on, and everybody can play and have fun. You don't have to be whaled out at all.
True, but the only thing that makes me mad about this doing gear is freaking how I can't get the one that I don't want.
Yeah, I know. That's everybody's problem. That's not a Clay problem. That's everybody's problem right there.
All right, guys. I'm gonna deafen you guys for a second, just so I can showcase this thing that we're talking about, and then move on to Hands of Clay, because we're gonna be reviewing his account last today. All right, so guys, really quick, you remember? I'm gonna pop up a screen here really quick. You guys remember this, right? A couple weeks ago we did a live and we showcased this to you guys. We showcased this. Where is it? Best in slot. You guys remember this? I need to see a yes or no in the chat, by the way. Okay, yes or no in the chat. You guys seen this before? We did a live stream. We showed this to you guys. It's the Jerrykin built out a spreadsheet, a calculator on Google Sheets where you can choose your commander. Okay, let's just do one really quick just to showcase you guys for any of you that haven't seen this. So let's say I want to play with Gimli. I want to see exactly the stats depending on the gear that I set for him with the gear, with the gear sets down here, the legendary skill, the level, the respect level, everything. If I have his unique or not, I can see exactly what the stats is going to be for my build. So I can plan what the gear that I have without having to be messing around in the game, right? So I can click here gold, click on the preset, and it's going to automatically populate the best in slot gear, gold gear, for a physical damage dealer. It's pretty cool. A lot of people have been using it. But one thing that happened when we shared this with you guys was a lot of people are trying to use this, use that together in the same spreadsheet. And if you've used spreadsheets before, whenever somebody clicks on a cell and changes, and then somebody else at the same time clicks on it, it's going to change. So what we had to do is what you see at the bottom here, to make sure to people know that they needed to make a copy of the spreadsheet themselves, make the script run, and that they will be able to run this whenever they felt like it. It's a great tool. I've been using it myself to study my builds and plan my things out. There are a couple of caveats, right? Where whenever we update it, right, we started building a second thing on this, as you can see here for Gimli. There's a scale build now that we're building. So all the guides that we put out in other content, other people in other servers, we find any interesting builds, we're gonna set them here, and then you can choose the type of what type of build it is. If it's gonna be a basic, it's gonna be an optimal, or like the best build, which is usually for whales, people that have commanders at high respect. Is gonna tell you exactly where to allocate your points. So this is like version 2 of our spreadsheet. But we wanted to do something even better. We wanted to do something that you guys didn't have to keep making copies of, and we'd have to be, letting you guys know whenever you needed to update your, make a new copy of the spreadsheet. And so, with that in mind, thinking of how we can make this tool here into just a better version of itself, we present to you guys. Before we present to you guys, let me read this disclaimer. Okay? This is for legal purposes, by the way. Disclaimer. This website, application, or service, I gotta change the name really quick. Let's make sure to change that, because if anything happens, I need to make sure I got my bases covered. Give me a second here. All right, give me a second. Let's download this again. Should be good to go in 3, 2, 1. Yes, sir. All right, this is the one. Yes, this is the one. So, disclaimer. This tool, Fellows Armory, utilizes intellectual property owned by NetEase, Inc. NetEase. All trademarks, copyrights, and any other intellectual property rights related to NetEase's products and services referenced herein are the property of NetEase. This website application service is not endorsed, sponsored, or affiliated with NetEase, and no association or endorsement is implied. Any of NetEase's intellectual property is for descriptive purposes only. NetEase reserves all the rights to its intellectual property, and any reproduction or distribution of their content is subject to NetEase's terms and policies. I like to present to you version 0.01 of Fellows Armory. Let me show you what that is. Give me a second. Boom. There you go. What do you guys think? Love it? Let me show you guys how this is gonna work. Okay? So, to take the calculator that Jerrican has built from a spreadsheet to a usable UI, we have version 0.01 of our own interactive commander build Armory tool. Hope you guys can see what I'm showing right now. I'm gonna pull up my screen to this side so I can make sure you guys see everything. I see the chat, right? So this is version 0.01. What does that mean? It is a prototype. We started just last week. We were thinking of how we can make the calculator tool spreadsheet into something you guys can use all in one place. So we are building a very interactive tool that takes the spreadsheet and basically gives it life. We're building an UI that is similar to what you guys will find in the game. So for example here, if I go, currently we have 2 commanders. These are just placeholders because we have to build the wireframe first, the infrastructure, the UI first, and then we're gonna build all the calculations and all the usages. So let me walk you guys through what we currently have, okay? So currently we have, if I click on Dane up here, his image changes. If I click Gandalf the Grey, you're gonna see Gandalf the Grey. And you have all the stats. Oh, you guys don't see the stats on the right. Let me make this image a little bit smaller so you guys can see the rest of the stats here. Transform, fit to screen. Why is that not fitting to screen? Okay. Nope, not this one. Here, I can make now the image a little bit smaller. That way you guys can see everything. Okay, that's why. So let me make the image just a little bit bigger on this side. Okay. All right, here we go. There we go. So let's stretch this a little bit. So I'll make it a little bit smaller. That way you guys can see everything here. All right. So you can see on the right side here, you got all the stats that you're going to have in the future for every single commander. Okay, so you got your commander damage, your commander HP, you got your command, you got, this is going to be attack, defense, focus, and initiative. And the goal for this is to take, okay, what we have in a spreadsheet and put it into one single place that you guys can use without having to copy your own spreadsheets and us to have to manually let you know whenever you have to make a new copy. So this is going to be the new Rise to War Commander build tool that we're building for you guys. Okay. So for example, right now, if I click on the weapon right here, I can see there are 2. I can equip my Gandalf the Grey with either a broadaxe or Axox unique. Look at that. Okay. If I click on the chest, I can give him a Hobbit's Explorer or Explorer chest or a Duran's plate. Click on the helm. I can get Gandalf the Grey Sauron's helmet. Imagine how OP he'd be if you can have Sauron's helmet. Accessories, we haven't added anything here yet. Okay, it's gonna work both in desktop and also in mobile. Look at that. Ooh, what happened here? Let me show you guys what mobile looks like. Here we go. See, it's gonna work both in desktop version, but also in mobile. Kind of, the idea is to resemble the game as much as possible so that whenever you come into our tool, it's going to be very intuitive, very similar to what you guys do in the game. But it's more than this, okay? Everything that we have in a spreadsheet and everything that we can possibly do, we're going to be adding to this tool. Let me give you guys some examples. The same best in slot recommendations that we give in a spreadsheet, there's going to be a button somewhere here in the UI where you can click see the best in best gear slots, and it's going to populate all these pieces of gear here, okay, with the best in slot depending on if it's gold, if it's purple. Okay, and also as you scroll down, you're going to be able to see what are the skills that you should allocate to your commander according to the respect level and commander level that you have, once the UI is fully built. Everything that you can do in the spreadsheet, we hope to bring this into our app. All right. And there's a lot more. The idea is to make into a social thing where you can save your formations. So let's say you don't want to be going back to every season trying to remember how you want to build your Gandalf the Grey. You can build multiple formation types, okay? Multiple formation types for your Gandalf the Grey and save them, name them, okay? So you can, whenever you want to remember, okay, what's my build for this formation that I had Gandalf the Grey? Just search for your formations that you saved. Boom. Okay, I got to put points here. I got to put these pieces of gear. And also, you can save the formation ideas that you had. You can also save, what else? You can also, we're going to have, formation recommendations for that commander as well. So it's going to be a complete UI tool, interactive tool for commander builds. Okay, for everything related to building your formations, your skills, your gear, everything is going to be built into this app. What do you guys think? Was the hype worth it? I'm really excited for this, guys. It's a big project. It is, but it's a big project. And shout out to 3 people, okay? Jerican for building the spreadsheet calculator tool, because that's where we got inspired by this to make this interactive tool app for you guys, for the community. And then we got MGS. MGS is one of the he is a Rise to War player, and he is also one of the developers working on this. Okay, and second but not least for sure, we got shoot, he's hiding his name because his name is on I think his streamer mode is on. It's Nasho. I believe that's how you say it. Hopefully I'm not butchering it. So MGS brought a friend from work. These guys, that's how dedicated these guys are. And he's not a Rise to War player, but he wants to build this with us and for us. All right, cool. So shout out to these 3 guys, Jarek and MGS and Nasho, because it's with them that I'm building this tool. All right. And one last request. If you guys want to support what we're doing, okay, because all the hours and all these, to host this app is going to cost money, and these guys are doing things for free. But if you guys want to support specifically this project, we're going to do it either way. We're going to, if we have to put some money ourselves, I'm going to do it. But if you guys want to support this project, I'm going to leave a link later in my Discord, but also in multiple places that you guys can go to my website and you can just donate to specifically help make this project the best thing possible. Okay? Hopefully this is going to help players have an easier time understanding the game, building their formations. And the idea is to become, in a way, also a social hub for you guys, where you can be able to, share your formation, your builds with other players, with, members of your fellowships or warbands. There are a lot of ideas that we want to implement, but the core thing is turn that spreadsheet calculator tool that we have currently that helps you find the best in slot gear, but also just understanding how your commander looks with the gear that you have, plus skill builds that you see many communities putting out, and the things that we also discover from playing the game ourselves is gonna be put into this tool. All right, so that's what this is about. That was the whole hype. That was the whole reason for this big reveal. It's a big project. It's gonna take us a few weeks to get. Hopefully just a few weeks, probably a month or 2 to get this down. But again, if you guys want to support it, we'll be very grateful because it's going to help move things a lot quicker. Okay? Well, that's it for the big review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it's something you guys are looking forward to. I sure am, because I think it's going to be a very, very cool thing. Okay. Evolution, you said, where would we be able to download this tool? Actually, I'm going to be hosting it on my website. So fellowtherings.com is going to be hosted there. And it's going to be, essentially free to use. Okay. There are going to be costs for myself, but essentially going to be free to use. All you're going to have to do is go to basically rtw something armory.fellowtherings.com, and you're going to have access to it. You're not going to have to download it. A lot of cool features, a lot of stuff they're going to be implementing, but the core thing is this. All right? Well, if you guys have any questions related to the tool, you guys can ask here in the chat, and I'll answer as best as I can. But we're really looking forward to this project. Hands of Clay, my friend. Whenever you are ready, brother, share your screen. And go ahead, Captain Kane.
Well, a few questions actually. Will you be able to change your commander level? Like
the same thing that you can do in the spreadsheet right now, you're gonna be able to do it on the tool, on this UI tool. So it's not gonna be. It's going to get. It's inspired on the game's UI so people, whenever they come to the app, they're gonna see, okay, oh, this is easy to navigate. I don't have to, I don't have to relearn something new or learn something new. But there's gonna be extra things that the UI doesn't have. For example, we might add something at the top here. Choose your what's your tier level? Is he legendary? Is he epic? Okay, it's legendary. What legendary levels? Oh, he's 12. Okay. So then all the stats will auto-populate according to what legendary level and respect and everything else he is. So, yes.
All right. And will you be able to, maybe later, but like simulate the formation that you built versus another formation from someone else?
We do have
an AI.
We do have that in the works. That's an even bigger project because the amount of data you need to really generate, things like that is probably bigger. But if there's enough people using it, we will tackle bigger projects. It just depends on how many, because it's going to be hosted on my website. I'm going to be able to see the data and see, look, every day we have 1,000 people accessing the tool, or every day we have 40,000 people using the tool. It just depends on how much usage there is. And so as we build more and more and more, and we see more and more people using it, we're definitely going to be making it more and more and more robust. That's the idea. Okay.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So.
All right.
Yeah, so the idea is to give you guys an update weekly on the new features we're implementing little by little. It'll be really cool, guys. Honestly, this is for you. It's for everybody. So if you guys can and want to support this financially, that's what we're talking about. You're more than welcome to do so because it's going to help make things a lot quicker and implement this, make this tool happen just that much faster, okay? Because there's hosting costs, there's domain costs, there is bandwidth costs that we're gonna pay for, and so having the community come together for this project will be amazing. All right.
Maybe you could do ads. I don't know, or an ad banner. Or,
yeah, that's possible too.
Costs.
Definitely. All right. Well, that's all right. Cool. Enough of that. Let's pop up our friend here, Hands of Clay. Let me just pull up your Discord here now. Faden, send me a DM on Discord, and we can talk about that. There's always room for us working, more people working together. So definitely, leave the developing part to MGS and Nesho, but just hit me up on Discord and we can talk about that later, okay? Let me just see. Give me a second, Hands. Let me see if. Why is the?
Hey, and this account is actually my leader's Kraken's.
This is yours or not yours?
No. This is Kraken's.
Okay.
I've already told him that I'm doing it. He said it's cool.
All right, cool. All right. Let me see. Let me see if I actually see your screen. Give me a second. Okay, I see your screen now. I gotta change. Yeah, there we go. All right, Jack, give me a second, Jackson. I gotta put your sound up. Go ahead.
Is this the same group that you had the leader on a long time ago?
I'm assuming yeah.
Kraken?
Hansa Clay. What's the name of your leader?
Yeah.
The
I told
Kraken?
you his name.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's
okay,
the
cool.
same
Man,
guy. I had him on as a guest.
I thought he had kind of quit the game. It's good that he's back though.
Well. So I've actually been playing his account forever now, but yeah.
Okay.
He is turning after the Christmas holiday.
So he's playing
That's-
again.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. So yeah.
Yeah, if
He's
you
sort
go
of
back in the videos, we had you had him on the show. Like you were doing guest interviews and people in the community and other leaders, and he was on the show once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, interesting. Small world.
It is.
Mm-hmm. So who's your main? How many formations you gonna run? 1, 2, or 3?
Run 2. I think I'm gonna run maybe 2 or 3. That's why. So Kraken really isn't like a good guy kind of person. Good side kind of person. But I started to sort of kind of invest more on the good side. But to sort of kind of even his count out. But
yeah.
I mean, last season I had a splash with the evil side.
Yeah.
Well, have you or he decided the formations you're gonna run?
Yeah, you need to know how many, and then you can pick commanders. And then you can pick gear.
Yeah, because you gotta. I mean, some people have looked first at the gear that they have, and then decided the commanders. You can kind of go both ways, but if you have kind of a Kraken Weld account, you most likely need to define first who are the commanders you want to run, to then look at the gear. But.
Correct. So mine is more of I sort of kind of stick to the meta, and I sort of kind of just flow with it and just move as I go. So I guess it's gonna be Dane, Witch King Undying, what else was good? Tyron, of course, one of the best supports in the game. I guess I can. Hold on, I just flipped it.
Gandalf.
Everyone. So look, basically everyone who's geared are the ones I've been using. Shadow I was using Shadow as well.
I would definitely use Shadow and Lurks.
Definitely.
Hey, but it's kind of crazy. So do you use Shadow or?
You're breaking up. I can't understand. You're breaking up.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Now I know for sure
that
it's not me. I've worked for a couple of hours making sure all the settings on this OBS is good.
Fine.
So it's definitely not me this time.
You've been waiting for that moment.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think you're going to do 2 formations, but when you're talking about, you got commander damage, you got support, you got troop damage. So, I mean, yeah, let's see here what you got. All right, needs, what the world? Are you in Baggin?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I'm like, what in the world is this?
Yeah, like teach me how to get all these commanders at 50 so quickly.
I'm not like an expert on non-role play. I'll try and help as much as I can. I'm just hardcore evil role play, but let's see.
It looks like that this account has enough gear that he could possibly gear 3 formations, depending on who he chooses.
Oh,
yeah.
So then it's gonna be something like.
I'm not gonna have. Look at this bull crap. I can never get the one I want, so I sort of kind of just
Yeah, that's everybody's problem. Believe me.
Definitely.
You hear that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week
sir.
from everybody. Damn, if I can only do this or I ain't got this one. Yeah, it's a common problem. So then you probably want to do, if you're going to do 3, I mean, you need to decide what you're going to have the gear for and what you're set on doing. I would recommend 3 because more is better. But then if you're going to do 3, you want to make one of them a troop build. So something like, your Witch King, Sinede, Azrakor, Black Serpent, like I use, or I don't know what, I guess Elrond and Gilgalad, and some guys from Good could fit in there somehow, and then your other two are going to be a mix of support and damage comp. Your other two formations, so you just got to figure out what's the best thing, but there really isn't a best thing, like we said a few videos back when we first started making videos again after the break for 2.0. We wanted to, hold on. Okay.
I gotta find a spot to park.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to go around.
Park.
I mean, show me your good side commanders. Who are the strongest ones, hands of clay, that you might consider using? So you got, okay, they're not bad. I mean, R3 Bjorn, you got an R7. I mean, definitely your evil side is stronger. So I mean, from the good side, I probably just consider using Dane and Gandalf the Grey if the rest isn't very high respect, because you can never go wrong with an extra damage dealer if you're gonna play NRP. Gandalf the Grey does great mitigation and troop boost, formation boost from the R5. Yeah. So those would be the two only ones that I would say, look, just pull these two from good side if you're gonna play mostly with your evil. But then your evil side looks a lot stronger. So then you got three very strong damage dealers. Then if you're gonna do it, you got Dane, you got Lurch and Shadow, and then you still have Skelhelm if you want to go for a fourth one. So. And you also have Undying, so there's a lot there. You gotta tell me what you're thinking of running first.
So yeah, and then honestly, my Undying was actually rep 15, but I was trying to play with the doggone, with the little the reps and all that stuff, and I was sort of kind of tweaking some stuff, moving some stuff, and going back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, R11 is definitely good. You can get his unique if you want to. Assuming you don't have it, I'm just gonna remove myself here.
Hey! So I'm actually trying to do a parking inside this parking garage. So the signal may jump in and out just for a few seconds.
All right, no worries.
But,
okay, we'll get situated so we can
that way.
Get on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Undying's unique is, I think, one of the best in the game, honestly. His relic. Sorry. Called a relic now, not a unique.
There ain't no parking spots over here.
What city you in?
Dang. I'm in Augusta at the moment. Hello?
Oh, you in the Army?
Man, I'm trying to find a door spot.
You in the Army?
No.
Oh. They got Fort Gordon right there in Augusta.
Hold on.
Yeah, we holding on.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we doing. Where what's the name at what's the name from the last one? What dude was all hardcore? Let's get to it.
Nah, I don't think he's here today.
Oh, and I know he be pitching a fit right about now.
Oh.
The Spanish guy?
The dude from the last.
I think was it like Toe Smasher?
What was the name? No, it wasn't Toe Smasher. What was his name?
Wait,
Can't remember.
He here
I think he was here on this one probably. Boy, he's in a hurry though. He's like, let's get to this.
Oh, was it Pablo?
Yeah.
No,
I don't think it wasn't Pablo.
Go back in the chat. You'll probably see him. He probably in there somewhere. I don't remember who it is, but you know the one I'm talking about. You know. I hope he got some stuff figured out. Two steps. You don't think Undying's unique is good? I think you're wrong. I think Undying's unique is maybe one of the best in the game, man, because it's madness, 30% chance to madness, a formation, which means a commander and the troops. So I think that could be kind of crucial in some of these hardcore damage dealer matchups. I think that hitting on the like a Dane or alerts at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I am back.
All right, brother, you back?
Yeah, but they might not have power on. I mean, and it don't even matter. Like, Madness can always get cleansed. Everything can always get cleansed, but you know, what if it doesn't? And what if it hits right? What if it comes in the right moment and
Hey,
does,
how's the connection right
Yeah,
now?
it's pretty good actually.
it's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
All right.
I'm actually on the third level of this doggone parking garage.
So you in Augusta, Georgia, but you're not even in the Army? That's crazy. Wow.
Hey, man, I am everywhere. It don't matter about that. I'm everywhere.
I didn't. I don't think I've ever talked to somebody from Augusta that wasn't in the Army.
Really?
Yeah, like this, like over the internet or whatever, chatting. I don't think I've ever talked to somebody that wasn't in the Army from Augusta. I was there for a while. We did some. I did one of my MOS trainings there for telecommunications. That's a big telecommunication hub. They got the satellites and all that on the base over there. So I was there for a while. Yeah.
Correct. Our base is the base of communication.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep. 31 Mike. I had a good
I do
time
have
there.
clearance and everything out there though. I got
Yeah, of
clearance and
course.
everything out there.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
All right, brother.
It's a nice little
All right,
town.
brother. You ready to share with us?
Yep.
All
I'm
right,
ready.
let's go.
Let's go. Turn up. All right. So let's
Tell us
see.
what
If we're
you're
gonna
thinking of running, and then we'll
All
talk
right,
about the gear.
All right, so last season, which did very good, I ran Celestro.
You're not sharing your screen, by the way.
Really? Yeah, I'm good. 1 second, I'm coming back now. Yeah, I'm good. Dang, how did it go off? I guess me going in the circle. That's why. All right, is it up now?
Yes, it is, my friend.
All right, cool. So let's see. I ran Celestro. It was Sauron. I don't remember whether it was. Yeah. So it was Celestro, Shadow, Undying, Sauron.
That's a nice combination for a formation. You got two damage. You got the evasion from Undying and damage from both Undying and the Shadow. Then you got the extra damage from focus damage from Sestaro, and kind of the crowd control and with a bunch of other stuff too. Damage boost and stats decrease from Sauron. So that's a pretty good formation right there.
So two steps. You saying the only thing you fighting is Shire Protectors? That's ridiculous. Wow,
No.
that's so broken, bro. That is such a broken. They got to fix that. That is ridiculous with those Shire Protectors. So stupid, bro. Come on. They put like 5 different unique traits from 5 different unique camp units in one unit. Come on now. That's way overpowered.
Yeah. It is. I agree with that.
That's like that. You. It's not even unique traits and skills from unique camps. They putting like commander skills on those damn Shire Protectors and unique traits and unique skills all in one unit.
Exactly.
It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. They got better than commander skills on that one camp. Yep. For fuck's sake. Yep. It's like they didn't fix them at all. They didn't do anything to them. All the other stuff, they nerfed. All right, 20% here, 10% here. But nope, 50%. Come on, developers. Come on. The Shire Protectors are way too good.
All right, Hands of Clay, brother. Show me. You should go back a little really quick to Sauron. I'll look at your Sauron really quick. I saw that you're running a gigantic hammer on him.
I don't really like the chest, but it is what it is.
So you're kind of throwing out a few names here and there. Would you like some kind of direction or advice on what you should be doing and where we should be going? Okay, because that's the feeling I'm getting here. So let's start with something like Sauron, Gandalf the White, Dane, and Shadow. Seems good. Sauron, Gandalf the White, Shadow, and Dane as a starting place for one formation. How's that sound?
What?
Okay, it sounds
Hands,
good.
why did you choose that piece of gear, for Sauron?
Well, technically, it was more of when I first got it. It was like the first set that I had. So everything was broken, and sort of kind of when I converted everything, all the Sauron's gear came back with the same effect. It was crazy as ever.
So now, if we know that we got one formation set, and I know you don't have hammers, and I may be talking out of the side of my ass here, but I'm going to tell you what should be in each place and how it should look, in my opinion. So you got Sauron. Sauron, the thing that you want to try and get to, and again, we waited a little while here. We waited a week or two after 2.0 before we started making content to get some experience, to get some knowledge behind us before we just started shoving videos down your throat. So at least it comes from a point of experience, so you can do something with it than just guessing it. But it's still guesswork because everybody is, still relatively new to the game. So I'm just going to kind of put a disclaimer out there, precursor, whatever. But what you want to be doing with Sauron is you want to be trying to get an initiative up around 50, ideally. Okay?
Okay.
So, in a perfect world, you want to have him, the command where you're at is good. The focus where you're at is fine. But you want to be trying to have him have some good initiative to be able to beat out other commanders and steal things and go first. So that I think is the number one thing you're looking for in a trait set for Sauron in the current meta is initiative, and getting it up to around 50 is a sweet spot in my mind. I know everybody's not going to be able to do that. So just as high as you can go is what you want to be doing, while also maintaining a decent command stat number and a decent focus number so that you can get some good damage off the deceiver for everybody else that's in the formation, and he's going as fast as he can humanly be. So ideally it looks something like an obsidian dagger and maybe a great plate of the east or a Numenorian chest, and then a call of the forest as a helmet, and then something like a blitz ring or signet ring, or a something like a Mira's Reigns is great here.
And if I had a hammer right now, I would show you all of those right now. I'm like,
yeah, and I know that we're past that point. I'm just trying to kind of give you a compass here to work with. Do you not have navigation?
Do you not have any hammers from your season rewards anymore? Do you use all of them already?
Let's see. No, I don't think I use any of them.
Go look at your hammers.
Look at your inventory and go to the last tab on the right.
No. There's
okay, so buy Note 2 in the next season and start building that stuff up. So for Sauron has a unique characteristic. He's not like most other commanders because you look at him like he can do focus damage. He can his top R0 scales with focus, which is a nice boost. But that shouldn't be the first thing you want to look for. In the current meta, you want to look for speed, right? So in terms of gear, you can go with something. There's two pieces of gear that gives you the most initiative, which is the Reach of the Rider Mark, which is the best. It's the best weapon, gold weapon, for focus and initiative together. The Blazing Tongue has more focus, but has no initiative. So Reach of the Rider Mark is at the top of 6 of initiative. And then if you don't have that, you can go with the Sandclaw, which also has 6 of initiative. It just has a lower commander damage, which in this case actually is not the most important. I would probably even consider just going with one of the two and just max strengthening it, not even refining it at this point. None of them will give you command. The highest focus in initiative weapon is, let's see, there isn't one. So Morgul Blade has speed but has no command. Obsidian Dagger has focus and speed but no command, and neither does those are the other two. So you want to look either Sandclaw, something like that, or maybe a 1.0 piece of gear. Wouldn't recommend it, but
yeah. Why don't you take everything off all your commanders right now, and let's just take all the gear off everybody. Take it all off. Just strip everybody at every piece, and I don't think we're going to end up in a place where we're matching our sets.
Yeah, and at this point, that's
From what
the
I'm
least
seeing,
important
I
thing.
think that's out the door. We're gonna try and get to some point here with, each formation the best that we can achieve.
Alex,
I know you put a lot of hard
you
work
said you
into
have an
this,
interesting
and
report to show. Send that to me in a DM on Discord, and I can share the screen with people here during the live. All right.
So Sauron, Gandalf the White, Dane, and Shadow. That's a good starting point.
Definitely.
I think you might want to look at Witch King and scroll up to the top.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. The people that have just like no refined gear, you don't need to strip. Just the stuff that's all gold and refined and purple and refined.
Saruman would be a good one.
Take all that off.
Nice.
All right. So,
Good
know
side, strip the good side real quick. Strip them real quick. Let's see what we got here. See what we're working with.
you say strip anyway?
No, I mean
Strip everything.
those. I mean,
Yeah,
those
strip
are
everything.
kind of. You have two of the best pieces of gear right there. So
Just take it all off. We can always put it back on. There's no penalty.
Right.
You want it back in.
yeah, you can
Just take everything off.
yeah, those are fine. So
All right. So now let's go to the gear. Let's look at what we got real quick.
Oh, we got everything.
Yeah, I know. Go to gear. Go to items and gear, and let's see what we got. Okay, slow down. All right, let's see here. All right, at the top. Okay, go ahead. I might be a little behind because I'm watching on my TV but talking on my iPad, so it's two different screens. Let's see the hand. Okay. All right, so we got a reckoning. We got a axe.
4,
We got a
5, possibly
hammer.
6.
We got a mace. We got some sand claws at the ready. Okay, we got a tracker plate, a mithril coat, warborn, a bone armor. We got some Durin's plates. We got a great plate, the East in reserve. Okay, go ahead. We got some Numenors. Okay, that's good. All right, we got a Signet and we got a pipe. That's good. We got a Palantir. Awesome. Got a war helm. Got a Numenorean helmet. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, a lot of helmets to work with here. Okay, that's good. Okay, and then accessories. We got some purple stuff. Plenty of purple options.
Yeah.
How many accessories do we have? Go, click on accessories themselves. Go to accessories. Yeah, let's just look at the. Okay, stop that. Let me see here. So you got some stuff to work with, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
And you got some stuff to work
I
with.
mean, looking at the weapons, you can probably fill 2 formation with gold, and the last one would have to be a mix of possibly some gold or full purple on your third one.
Yeah. I agree. All right, so then let's go to Okay, so let's theory crap this out here. Let's look at this. All right, so go to the commanders. Yeah. All right, so what are we doing here? Let's see. So we got Sauron, we got Undying, Witch King, Sistaro, Lurch, Shadow, Black Serpent, Dane, Gandalf the White, Bjorn, Gandalf the Gray. Let me see good side again.
Mm-hmm. And then we have Gimli.
Damage dealers is not our problem. We have those, and we have plenty of damage.
Honestly,
dealers.
looking at the respect level, the only 2 I would consider on the good side would be Dane and Gandalf the White. Honestly, because you got me. Everybody has so high respect that I would just use the evil ones.
Yeah. What's Gandalf the Gray at?
7.
Okay. Because Gandalf the Gray is quite good in a troop build.
All right, so I mean, I could
Nothing. Peanuts.
Yeah, nothing.
Crickets. Okay, so all right, let's go here to formations. All right. Gandalf the White, Gandalf the Gray, Dane. I think that's it. Those 3. Yeah, Gandalf the White, Dane, and Gandalf the Gray is all we got over here. And go to the evil.
So I had Black Serpent. He was ripped.
What's he at? You don't need nothing. All you need is R3 on Black Serpent. So a troop build could look something like, what's the need at?
Same thing. She was.
That's
she
fine.
Was, she was 10.
That's fine.
The whole-
R3's
IQ.
fine too.
Yep.
So a troop build could look like Witch King, Black Serpent, Sanid, and Gandalf the Grey. Maybe I don't know how that works with the follow up and convener. I don't know if they. I don't know if that like they supersede each other or what. But Black Serpent, Sanid. What's your Azra core at? What's your Azra?
It's a
Azra
10.
core?
He can
Azra core,
ascend
what's
it.
he at? Okay, so can you ascend it?
Well,
not
sometime in the
second.
future.
Nah, it'll be this season.
All right, cool.
All right,
There
so
you go.
I think a good troop build would be Witch King, Black Serpent, Sanid, and Azra core would be great for a troop formation. You can even get away with purples on that. And then you got plenty of damage dealers. So then we got Sauron, Gandalf the White, Shadow, and Dane. And then we need one more. Go up to the top. So then we're working with Lurtz, Sestaro, Undying, and Gandalf. Or who was the other one on good side?
Dane. No, Dane's already in the formation.
Oh, he is?
So-
Okay. So, yeah, then you got maybe Undying,
Lurtz,
Sestaro,
and Saruman.
Sestaro, and then if we could get some kind of maybe Gandalf the Grey, maybe can he tank? I don't know. Can he tank? I don't know if he can.
Well, he has white council, but I probably go with Sestaro, Saruman, Lurtz, and the Undying at 3 damage dealers with his evasion.
Yeah, with who?
With the
With
Undying.
who? Yeah, but then you said 3. You said Saruman,
Lurtz, Sestaro, and the
Undying.
Undying. Yep, that's probably.
So that's really just 4 damage dealers, really. And okay. I mean, I guess
Because what else do you have? What else do you have that's high respect on your evil
like
account?
a Falcon maybe a Falcon to tank, or an Ugler to tank, or somebody to tank. You're breaking up. We can't hear you.
All right, let me write
like-
some stuff down here so I can kind of think here.
You're underwater, brother. Underwater.
All right, so first formation 1. I would go probably with the traditional Sauron, Dane, Gandalf the White, and
Shadow.
the Shadow.
Shadow. Yeah.
Okay,
You can't go wrong there, I think.
formation 2. See, I'm having a little bit of trouble. See, the thing is with the formation on the Azure Core with Sunan will play very well. So you got Sunan, Azure Core.
Yeah.
My issue with Witch King,
Black
my
Serpent.
issue with Witch King is his convener. Like, what makes him very good for, it's his convener, right? The thing is, Azure Core most likely use Morgul Arbalists, who already have the chance for follow-up.
Yeah.
So basically, I feel like there's not going to be enough damage on this troop because Sunan usually will not put out a whole lot of damage, especially being an R3.
Well, no. You're going to get plenty of damage if it's done correctly from Witch King and Black Serpent. You're going to get like 60 to 80k plus Azra Core's damage. You're going to have 3 damage dealers and Sanib with a kind of a great beast on his.
I mean,
So you're going to get.
I think it will depend on the gear that you're running. It
does.
definitely,
It depends on the
at
gear
your
every
level,
time.
Witch King and Black Serpent will pump out a lot of damage, but it's all depending on the level of gear
And
that he
Azra
has.
Core. And Azra Core. And Azra Core.
Azure Core will put out a lot of damage just because of the whole synergy with Sunan and the Morgul Arbalist. But the other two, we'll see.
The other two put up plenty. I can send you screenshots.
But that's what I'm saying. At your level, anything. Your Agzog puts out 80k of damage.
But I've seen like Dolphins and even a little bit below Dolphins doing the same thing with their same formations. I'm telling you, go on our chat, look at battle reports, you'll see it.
I'll have a look.
It's not going to be as high end, top end, but it's still going to be whatever, 50, 60, whatever from all 3, and Sanib with the Great Beast in the front taunting.
Formation 3. So that's the thing. Now, what I have to consider is we talked about having the Undying, right? The Undying,
Mhm.
Sistaro, Saruman, and Lurks.
Saruman.
See, that's where
Yeah,
that's
four
where I have
damage.
to. I'm trying to see here. Wouldn't it be better to maybe mix one
Yeah.
commander from
Yeah.
from Formation 2 with one commander from Formation 3, because I feel that basically having 4 damage dealers on Formation 3 is good, but I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
like, for example, putting Witch King.
It would be better to do like with this troop comp to do something with a damage dealer in there. Yes, that would be better probably. Like Undying comes to mind. Would be great.
Possibly Undying, yep, or let's see here. Sistar is
2 steps. Troop damage comps do work. They do work. They absolutely do work. I know you're in a different whatever right now, but they do work.
So the nice thing about Saruman is that Saruman, you can play him both 2 ways. That's kind of how I'm playing one of my accounts, Saruman. I play Saruman,
Yeah.
Part damage dealing, but also part with his Sharky skill, which gives plus. It can give plus 40 attack to your units, to your formation as well.
Yes.
So
yeah, Saruman
I
can
would
definitely be
I
built
would
out.
possibly take Witch King if you want to run Witch King, put him in formation 3, and then put Saruman up in formation 2 to then give some extra focus damage, but also boost your attack on all the other formations. This is how I have my current Azrakul formation. I'm trying Saruman and Black Serpent together.
Yeah.
Might not be the best thing in the world, but it's something that I've been testing myself recently. So
yeah. Is Clay back on or what?
Wasn't acting like she had the flu, so
he is,
so
but
it's
his
like,
stream doesn't seem to be on.
Oh, we lost you, Clay.
Like his screen share is not on.
You know what an interesting combo could be? It would be who's that? What?
She had COVID in all the last 3 months.
No.
Who's that? Who's that
That's
talking?
Clay. Clay's with somebody.
Oh, okay. I can barely hear this person, whoever it is. All right, so you know an interesting combo with Urox is Saruman, and then Ugluk, and then Glasha, and my game crashed.
Malthusar?
No, there's one more that does like the Urok buffs. You know, they have all these Urok skills, right? Urukai.
So
you throw those 4 together, and you got some crazy buff coming out.
In my original evil account, that's actually who I'm running. I have an R10 Ugluk, and I'm testing him out. He's definitely not gonna be Lurch, but I'm trying to see just how much attack I can stack on this guy, because he has 3.
It's like 101.
He has
total. It's the craziest amount of attack.
He has 3 unit attack. 3 trees of just that. So I'm trying to play together that to see how that's going to play out. So it's going to be fun to give you guys some reports later. Toe Smasher asks, no love for Bjorn. His Bjorn is only R3, and considering that he has a bunch of other damage dealing commanders at much higher respect, it just doesn't make sense to use an R3 Bjorn when he has an R10, soon to be legendary 10 Lurtz, and and the Shadow and the Undying and Sistaro and Saruman. So definitely Bjorn is very
I think
good.
it was Ugthak and Uglok. Is that it with the Saruman, Uglok, and who was the other one? Saruman, Uglok, Glasha, and I think maybe Ugthak. Ugthak has the 2 troop Urukai buffs.
I think so.
Or Lurtz.
I think so.
Maybe
no,
it's
Lurtz
Lurtz.
also
Maybe
does.
it's
Also, Lurtz has 2 damage dealing, and then he has 2 Uruk. He has 1 Uruk, and the other is just commander attack or unit attack, formation attack.
Who are you fighting, 2 steps? Who are you fighting, bro? It sounds like you're having a hard time over there. Who are you fighting? Who are you up against, man? Sound like you guys are getting the business right now. You fighting all whale kraken. So that's not what you're saying is, that is not the game, right? It is not the game to be in an all kraken server. So that what you're telling me, troop builds don't work and that's your server, and that isn't the game as a whole. Like the game as a whole isn't all whales and krakens running around. This is not going to be the experience for everybody. Yes, those are in every server, whales and krakens, but not a whole server full of them. So it when I say it worked, you know, you got to no. Tila and Yad Illy too.
All right, give me just a second. Things are going crazy over here. Give me a second here.
Is Illy with you guys again? 2 steps, or you Nudes and Illy running together, or what? I'm talking to the guy in chat.
No worries, no worries. I'm just trying to find why my computer's going crazy here. That should be done. What?
Let's play with them. They are together.
All right, cool. That should be okay.
So you're saying yes that you are together and you're fighting against Sila and Yadu.
Oh, no. What's going on?
Okay. Let's see.
What's going on?
Pedro says they merged this. Yeah, I know they're together. I didn't know if they're together right now or what happened. Yeah, let me go in here and look and see if I see it. Yeah, I see it now. All right. I can just look at their screen. Kraken versus Kraken troop builds get smoked bad, sadly. Yeah, it's not coming up for me. It's like loading when I try and watch the stream. Clay, I don't know, man. You might be in the wrong place, the wrong time for what we're trying to achieve today, brother.
Definitely. All right, here we go. Here, Pedro, for anybody that wants to sign up for account reviews, I just sent a link in the chat. You guys can just put your Discord tag, your complete Discord tag, and answer a couple of questions there, like what time are you usually available, and if you play RP or NRP, whatever you guys want to tell me about your account, okay? Kraken versus Kraken troop builds get smoked, sadly. I mean, the thing is, on average, there isn't enough... You know, for the lower players, there isn't enough. Like comparing damage dealers to troop buffers or troop commands formations. Right now, the skills, not necessarily the gear, but the skills don't give you a whole lot of advantage for playing. There are certain formations that are working very well. For example, you know, the Astral Core formation right now is running well. You got the healing, the PvE mostly for now. That's what it sounds to me at least. Healing from Denethor and Imrahil and the mounted units. You might have, you know, Gil-galad and Elrond running, you know, high DPS units, and they might do well. The thing is, it is kind of rough to compare those two at the moment. So I understand. The thing is, back in 1.0, most troop... This is the same mentality in 1.0 though. Most troop commanders could not beat damage dealers. Remember trying to beat, you know, although Gandalf the Great could do very good versus, you know, like depending how you build him, he gets smoked by Dwallins. Even this is pre-frenzy.
There's so many troop commanders. There's so many. You're not just gonna. This isn't going to become a game where everybody is just fucking running, you know, all damage dealing formations everywhere. It's not possible. There's too many good troop commanders out there. There is a place for troop builds. I don't care what anybody says. It does work. It can work. It is viable. And there's definitely a place for it because there's like 10, 15, 20, whatever it is. I know at least 5 of them are great troop build commanders that need to be utilized and do fine.
Yeah, I mean, I do hope that they do improve troop commanders because they're definitely on average a lot weaker than most damage dealers. So I do hope that they they tweak the skills like they've been doing in a way that makes it more meaningful for people to want to run. Because right now, especially the people that have the lower spenders, when they think, should I run Gimli and Dane or should I run Elrond or I don't know whoever is a troop buffer, Círdan for example, it's like I'll go with Dane and Gimli just because they know that at least those two will do on average well versus most people that they hit.
So Clay, your stream is still not loading, so I don't think this is going to work. But how about this? Can you see his stream and his YouTube right now? Maybe I can stream and kind of show you with my account a place for you to kind of try and get to with what you have and figure out and just kind of go through it with you on my account. So at least we have something to show everybody here and you can kind of follow what I'm saying and watch what I'm doing. How about that?
What's up, Sleepy?
All right, let's do that. So I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna talk you through. It's gonna just think of it as your account. It's not gonna be the same, obviously, but I'm gonna try and explain to you the point you're trying to get to, what we're deciding on, where you're gonna end up here. Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right. So let me stop watching your screen.
And then, fellow, if you could just
What's up, brother?
well, I'll send you a message later.
All right, no problem.
All right. So So tell me when you can see my screen.
Okay, 1 second. Let me stop.
Oh, fellow's got to put my screen up actually.
Yeah, I don't
Because
see
you're gonna stop sharing your screen, watch my
Mhm.
screen. He's gonna share my screen, and then we're gonna talk you through on your own account what we're talking about here.
Your screen's not up yet, Jack. So
Yeah, I
It's
don't
not
see
up
it.
yet. Okay, let me make sure it's sharing. Share my screen, start broadcast. Okay, it should be up now.
All right, and I'm watching your screen.
All right. Okay, so
You're asking the season.
So with Sauron, we were talking Sauron, Shadow, Dane, and Gandalf the White, right?
Correct.
All right. So with Sauron, it's you're gonna want, like I told you, want to try and get fast. So you want to try and get up to 40 to 50 initiative, while having focus and while having command. All right. This is where you want to be with him. All right. And I don't need to explain skills to you, do I? Hello? Clay, you hear me? Art the Clay, come in. Clay, can you hear me? Boy, oh boy, this is difficult.
No, I'm
Clay,
listening.
can you hear me? All right.
Yeah, I'm listening.
You know the skills. I don't need to explain the skills to you, do I?
No.
Okay, so you want to kind of you're not going to get to this exact place I'm at, all right? But you want to try and get somewhere near here. This is in general for these commanders. Now, with Gandalf the White, and again, I'm not a good side player. I'm no expert. But it's kind of the same thing where you want to have, I don't know that you need that much speed on him. He's already fast, but you do need focus and you do need command. Okay, and you do want to have a little bit of initiative, but it's the same kind of build and idea with Gandalf the White, where you want to have focus. And anybody out there knows good side, Anthony, whoever, correct me if I'm wrong at any point, please. You want to have some focus.
That's true.
You want to have some, some command, because he's a support guy. I'm not going to tell you the troops run. I got no freaking idea for NRP. You can figure that out on your own. So that's Gandalf the White. That's Sauron. All right. And then you go down here to Dane and Lurtz. It's very simple on a Dane. You can just look at Lurtz here, and it's the same thing. You want this kind of stuff happening. You want, whatever your axe here on Dane, whatever the best in slot you can get for damage stat being the primary and attack stat being the secondary. And Dane's done. Super easy to do, bro. Super easy. All right. And then Shadow, it's the same exact thing again. It's the same thing. You want just damage, primary, attack, secondary. All right, so then that formation is done. All right. Now moving on to, we're going to do the one that we're kind of both talking about and tinkering with here, as far as the second formation with Saruman's to start all that mess last. Let's go to the troop formation. All right, troop formation. What I said was Witch King, Black Serpent, Sinid, and Azure Core. Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the same across the board for these three guys, which are going to be your damage dealers in the troop build formation, which are Witch King, Black Serpent, and Azure. It's the same gear. They all, if you look at mine, they all have the same exact gear. It's the same shit. And you had it on your Sauron, some of this, like troop gear with the gigantic hammer, best in slot range, best in slot. You got hunter's guides in there, so you're probably not going to be able to get 3 sets of this. But this is where you're going. It's the same thing across the board on all 3 of these, because you're going to get your attack on your troops using this kind of gear up around whatever 180 to 210, somewhere in that range, around 70 to whatever 90 defense. Primaries attack, obviously, and these guys are going to put out 60 to 80k damage, all 3 of them. in a troop build formation in a fight. And then Sanid, you just want to, my advice is she's not going to put up any damage in a troop build at all. So what you want to do is be the tank, the buffer, run your Great Beast out there if you can get access to those, or Mountain Trolls on a pinch. Great Beast is probably better because they actually taunt everything for 3 rounds. Have your Great Beast, and then go just pure defense. And if you can get, like, you got a Reckoning in there somewhere, if you can find, I think you got a Cask you can put together in there, then find these other pieces here, the armor and the thing, and get that defense. My defense ends up somewhere around 240, 250, but 200 is fine for defense. If you can get those Great Beasts at 200 defense, they're tanking, they're taunting, and your your 3 backliners, whatever, your troop guys, you know, your Witch King with Convener, your Black Serpent with this Horn of Farad, your Azrakor, just the Arbalest, whatever. Those guys are pumping out damage, and that's the build for troops from what you have. Gandalf the Grey may fit in there somewhere. I don't know how that works with the 2 conveners. You would have to test that. I'm not sure, but he may be even better than maybe, I don't know, Black Serpent. I don't know. You got to test it. But that's from Evil Side, from what you have. That would be a good place to get to for a troop build with those 4 people. Now for the last formation, so we were Undying. Undying could also work in a troop build, like Anthony was saying. Like, you could maybe sacrifice the Horn of Harad and the attack and from him, and throw Undying into the same troop build, and you go Azrakor, Sanid, Witch King, and Undying. That could also work, like Anthony was saying. You know, so if you can't get your Black Serpent up or whatever. But the third formation, you still got Lurtz hanging around. Lurtz needs to be utilized. Bjorn, if that's enough for spec, or you can get him to the respec, I think he should probably be a top choice to go in, another formation. Sestaro's great from the focus side as a focus damage dealer. He's probably the best focus damage dealer out there right now. Him and maybe Galadriel. He's great. And then you had Saruman. You can do as a pure damage dealer or a hybrid or a troop or whatever. But ideally, you want to have somebody maybe be tanky and have Mountain Trolls or something to taunt for the third formation somehow. I don't know how you get there. Maybe Anthony can talk about that, what his idea is, or somebody else. I don't know. But,
about who, sorry?
And then you got maybe Gandalf the White, his third formation with Saruman, Sestaro, Lurtz, and I don't know, Gandalf the Grey or whoever. I don't know who goes in there. Undying, I don't know.
So Sestaro, okay, let me look at my notes here. So we got formation 3. So if you're gonna go Sestaro and Lurtz, you got 2 damage dealers there. If you're gonna go with so you could go with Undying for the evasion and the damage. The third one, I would go with something with support. Either Gandalf the Grey could work. He also has Convener for a little bit of damage, and the White Council will give you that damage mitigation that you're looking for. So you could put Gandalf the Grey here for this third formation. I possibly will test that because you already have evasion from Undying, and then you got Sestaro and Lurtz. What respect level? I don't know if you should do this, but what respect level is your Gil-galad?
Don't even have Gil on this account. So on other account, I have all of them.
Okay, so yeah, maybe Gandalf could work well here for the Convener and for the damage mitigation. I possibly test that formation there.
Okay.
So
I'll text you. All right. So the main one was Dane. I'm just making sure I look at Jack's number 1.
Your formation 1, my friend, is gonna be the key here. It's gonna be your main. You want to give the best gear to your Dane, to your Sauron, to your Gandalf the White, into the Shadow. Okay. The nice thing is you can play around with these. You can swap the Shadow for Lurtz later and see how they do, how that formation does. Does that formation do better? Because it's basically essentially just a damage dealer that you're changing there, right? You can play the Shadow there. You can play Lurtz there. You can try Sestaro later. But the Shadow and Lurtz, we all know they're both the best right now for damage dealers. Your Lurtz is legendary, isn't it? So you got his unique. Lurtz, so he's gonna Lurtz, both.
Both of them.
Both are legendary. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Lurts is you got to play. You got to from evil side. You have to use Lurts and Shadow, no matter
Yeah,
what.
they're too
No
good.
matter
They're
what.
too good to
They
use.
have to be not on the bench ever, ever, ever. They have to be in the formation. 100%.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's too funny. But I got you. Dang.
Yeah, they got to be there, man. And I say the same as a good side player. I think a good side player would say the same about Kane and Bjorn. You got to get them there. You got to get them in
Correct.
there. They cannot be sitting. It does two people damage dealer from that side. They got to get play. They can't be sitting on no bench. No sir.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I most certainly agree. That's just like Dane. I was going to bench Dane and just go all in on Beyond. Be honest.
No, don't
Yeah,
do that.
Dane is
I'd
still the
say
best out of the
be
two.
patient.
I know he's still
both
the best, but yeah,
But you got the
just,
list. You got
Yeah.
the idea. You got your,
Yeah,
I think Sauron and Shadow and Dane and Gandalf the White is good to go. I think you're good to
Correct.
go. Can't go
Correct.
wrong with that. And you focus everything to get that one done, and then everything else after, you do what you got to do with your gear. But start with that 4, and you should be doing fine, I think.
Okay, and then I guess more so of sets. Just don't worry about matching sets at the moment. Yeah, because that's what's
Well,
going to.
unfortunately, in hindsight, we wish we could have not been in this position, but here we are. So we got to make the best of it. And I think, we got to throw the set idea out the window unless it matches up. If it lines up, and you could figure out a way, and maybe even you need a couple seasons of hammers, to get there. But ideally, you want to, always be optimizing everything, maximize everything to the fullest, and play to everything's strength. So yes, but if in a pinch, in a hard spot, tough place between a rock and a whatever, you got to do what you got to do, brother.
That's true, man. It's true. Okay.
All right. Well, do a little bit of study on your gear, and then we'll probably pop you back in a couple of weeks. For us to
Okay,
talk
cool.
about how they're doing, because we're gonna share and we'll also get some feedback. Oh man, no, this formation is actually doing so good, or no, had to change this or this or this because I started playing with this formation, but it wasn't working too well. So with the synergy of my gear and what I'm doing, it wasn't really working. So I changed this, and now it's doing so well. All right. All right, cool,
Correct.
brother. All right, guys, we're gonna close our stream. How long have we been on for now? Let's see here. Let me just remove this.
Is anybody else waiting?
No, it's just those two. I was gonna open one of my accounts, but it's getting late for me. It's almost midnight for me. So
Okay.
and we've been on for how long now? Let me have a look.
Hey, it's only 6:50.
Yeah.
We've been on for almost
it's
almost
only
3 hours
only
now.
4 o'clock where I'm
So-
at. Now what?
Getting ready to hit the sack. Spent all day working on these things. So,
All right.
guys, don't forget. All right, I appreciate everybody that's still on with us. We got like 10 people on. So, don't forget. We're gonna have our podcast on Friday. Jax, I will talk with you about offline on the topics and stuff and on the guests. But
Okay, great.
appreciate everybody being on. I hope you guys are excited as I am for the tool. I'm gonna make now that the what is it called? The cat's out the bag or something. That's what we call it. Then I'm gonna be making just a little short video showcasing that so people can have a look. We're also gonna provide you guys the chance to support, make it happen even faster. Right? It's gonna do it for me today, guys. As you can see, my voice is already kind of gone. So I'm gonna get out. See you guys on the inside and on the next live stream. Take care, everybody.